Namaste. Can you correct the mistakes in the following sentences? You try. I shall give you the answers with the necessary explanations later. But I am going to give you the incorrect sentences first. You give it a try and then see what the right answers are. This is the first sentence. The sudden weather change made me feel much more better. What's the mistake in this sentence? 2. He arrived at home in the evening. What's the mistake? 3. I arrived at Bangalore late at night. What's the mistake? 4. I saw an advertisement about the film. What's the mistake? 5. According to me, healthcare and education should be the responsibility of the government. What's the mistake? 6. The doctor gave me a good advice on how to keep fit. 7. I have met the minister 3 weeks ago. 8. Do you have any house in the village? What's the mistake? 9. They are discussing about the impact of the pandemic on world economy. What's the mistake? You can pause the video if you want, correct the sentences, and then continue and check the answers. Okay. Now the answers and explanations. Sentence 1. The sudden weather change made me feel much more better. What's the mistake in this sentence? Better is a comparative. It is the comparative form of good. So we can't use better with more, because more is a comparative word too. Such double comparatives are not generally used in standard English. In Old English, double comparatives and double superlatives were quite common. A number of examples are there in William Shakespeare's works. Expressions like more braver, more kinder, most boldest, most unkindest, etc. could be found in abundance in his works. But such expressions are not accepted in standard English. So the correct sentence is, the sudden weather change made me feel much better. Not much more better, much better. Now, sentence 2. He arrived at home in the evening. What's the mistake? Well, the correct sentence is, he arrived home in the evening. Arrive is a verb of movement. After a verb of movement or a phrase of movement, a preposition is not used before home. So you can arrive home, go home, walk home, run home, fly home, take someone or something home. You can say, yesterday I went home early. Mohan gave me a book and I took it home. Now, sentence 3. I arrived at Bangalore late at night. What's the mistake in this sentence? Well, I shall give you the right answer first. I arrived in Bangalore late at night is the correct sentence. We say arrive in a country or town. For other places, we normally use arrive at. I arrived in Japan yesterday. I arrived in New Delhi last week. But I arrived at the airport before 8 o'clock. I arrived at the station on time. But we can use get to instead of arrive at or arrive in. But you can't use arrive to. Keep it in mind. We can say, I got to Japan yesterday, or I got to the station before 8 o'clock. Sentence 4. I saw an advertisement about the film. What's the mistake in this sentence? See, the pronunciation of the word is advertisement, not advertisement. But the verb is pronounced advertise with a stress on the first syllable. Advertise. But the noun is advertisement. The mistake here lies in the use of preposition. An advertisement is for something, not about something. And it is not of something either. So the correct way of saying it is, I saw an advertisement for the film. For the film. Now the fifth sentence. According to me, healthcare and education should be the responsibility of the government. What's the mistake in this sentence? We can't say according to me or according to us. According to is used to report another person's view or statement. We can say according to him, according to her, according to them, or according to you, but not according to me or according to us. And to speak about your opinion or view, you can use the expression in my opinion or I think. We say according to the Buddha, desire is the cause of human miseries. If you agree with him, you can say, I think he was right, or in my opinion, he was right, not according to me, he was right. And don't say according to the Buddha's opinion. According to the Buddha is enough. Now sentence 6. The doctor gave me a good advice on how to keep fit. What's the mistake? Advice cannot be used with a or an because it is an uncountable noun. So the correct sentence is, the doctor gave me some good advice on how to keep fit. Note the spelling. Advice, advice is a noun, and advice, advise, advises is a verb. So we can say He gave me some advice or a piece of advice, but he advised me to give up smoking. Yes, now sentence 7. I have met the minister 3 weeks ago. What's the mistake? We don't use the present perfect with ago phrases. We use the past tense. So the correct sentence is, I met the minister 3 weeks ago. Next. Sentence 8. Do you have any house in the village? What's the mistake? The correct sentence is, do you have a house in the village? Not any house, but a house. Do you have a house in the village? We don't normally use any with a singular countable noun. We use it with a plural countable noun. Are there any pens in your pocket? But is there a pen in your pocket? Are there any pens? Is there a pen? You can use any with uncountable nouns, as in, is there any water in the bottle? Or is there any bread in the cupboard? Sentence 9. They are discussing about the impact of the pandemic on world economy. What's the mistake in this sentence? We say discuss something, not discuss about something. So the correct sentence is, they are discussing the impact of the pandemic on world economy. Another sentence, I have discussed the matter with the manager. Not discussed about the matter, discussed the matter. We can use about after the noun, but not after the verb. So the discussion was about the impact of the pandemic on world economy is a correct sentence. But don't say they were discussing about the impact. Okay? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.